Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to explore in the world of numismatics. Few coins spark as much excitement and curiosity as the 1973 Elizabeth II 1 penny from the United Kingdom. While at first glance it may appear like a simple copper coin, to those who understand its hidden charm, it's a symbol of extraordinary fortune. This is not just any ordinary penny. It is the kind of artifact that whispers stories of history, rarity, and unimaginable value. In certain collector circles, coins like this are considered treasures that can alter the course of one's life overnight, transforming an ordinary person into a figure of immense wealth and prestige. The 1973 1 penny was struck during a period when the UK's coinage was undergoing subtle but significant changes. It carries the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on one side, a symbol of stability and heritage, while the reverse features the crowned portcullis design, a timeless emblem of British history. Yet what elevates this coin beyond its humble face value is not just its design, but the fact that certain versions of it are tied to stories of scarcity, unique minting conditions, and extraordinary demand among high-profile collectors who are willing to pay fortunes for the perfect specimen. Now imagine this, a coin worth a single penny in 1973 suddenly becoming the centerpiece of fierce bidding wars decades later. The kind of coin that, if in pristine condition, could be valued in millions by those who seek it not just as a collectible, but as a historic artifact. This isn't a fantasy, it's the reality of how numismatic passion works. Some collectors will stop at nothing to own the rarest examples, especially those with unique features, flawless minting, or historical provenance. For them, it's more than metal, it's a tangible piece of British heritage that they can hold in the palm of their hand. What makes the 1973 1 penny even more fascinating is the sheer contrast between its humble beginnings and its modern reputation among enthusiasts. Once used for everyday transactions, perhaps passed across a counter for a loaf of bread, it now sits in velvet-lined cases, guarded and insured like a priceless jewel. This transformation is what makes coin collecting so intoxicating, the idea that an object of ordinary function can rise to extraordinary prestige through the passage of time and the eyes of the right beholder. Collectors often speak about the magic of a coin, and with the 1973 1 penny, that magic comes from a combination of scarcity, demand, and emotional connection. Every fine detail, the sharpness of the Queen's portrait, the crispness of the lettering, the unblemished shine of its copper surface, adds to its allure. For the right buyer, perfection is not a luxury, it's a requirement, and that's where the real value lies. A single coin meeting those standards could change a person's fortune overnight, making the leap from pocket change to a multi-million-dollar windfall. There's also the element of mystery surrounding this coin. Some say that a limited number of these pennies were struck under special conditions, perhaps for proof sets, ceremonial purposes, or even as test strikes that never entered circulation. If such a coin surfaces in flawless condition, it immediately becomes a target for collectors who value both rarity and the untold stories that accompany it. In the numismatic world, it's often the mystery that fuels the market as much as the rarity itself. Owning a coin like this isn't just about wealth, it's about legacy. When a collector acquires a rare 1973 penny, they are also inheriting a fragment of the UK's cultural and monetary history. It becomes a conversation piece, a family heirloom, and for some, an investment that only grows more valuable with time. Each year that passes without another flawless specimen appearing on the market only adds to its myth and desirability. But perhaps the most thrilling part of this story is the possibility that someone, right now, unknowingly has one of these gems tucked away in a jar of loose change or an old biscuit tin. Imagine the moment of realization, the heartbeat quickening, the hands trembling, as they discover that their forgotten penny is worth more than a luxury estate or a fleet of cars. It's the kind of twist in fortune that feels straight out of a novel, yet it happens in the real world to those lucky enough to stumble upon such treasures. So, if you ever come across a 1973 Elizabeth II 1 penny, don't dismiss it as just another relic of small change. Study it, preserve it, and treat it with the reverence it deserves. For in that small, copper disc may lie the power to transform your life overnight, a bridge between the ordinary and the extraordinary, a testament to how history, rarity, and passion can turn even the smallest coin into a king's ransom. Saced in the world of coin collecting, some treasures hide in plain sight, and the 1997 Elizabeth II UK 1 penny is one such coin shrouded in mystery, allure, and tales of unimaginable fortune. To the casual observer, it might seem like just another humble copper-plated steel penny, but to seasoned collectors and passionate numismatists, certain rare variants of this coin hold the kind of value that could change a life overnight. The mere thought of such a small piece of metal being worth millions ignites a spark of curiosity. How could something so small, so ordinary in appearance, conceal such staggering worth? The magic of the 1997 1 penny lies in its story. This was a year of transition in British coinage, a year when countless coins rolled off the Royal Mint's presses, but hidden among the millions, whispers persist of special strikes, minting errors, and experimental pieces never intended for general circulation. These elusive anomalies, be it a double die strike, an off-metal composition, or a misaligned die, are the very heart of their astronomical value. While a regular 1997 penny might jingle in your pocket without a second thought, a rare variant could sit silently in your drawer, holding the power to turn you into a millionaire in a single transaction. Imagine for a moment the drama of discovery. You're sifting through an old coin jar, the kind that's been sitting untouched for years, when you notice something. Perhaps the lettering is slightly off, the date seems thicker, or the coin's weight feels subtly different. That single observation could be the spark that sets off a chain of events leading from obscurity to global headlines. Collectors from across the world could be bidding fiercely for what you hold, each determined to claim this piece of modern British history for their own. What drives the value so high is not just the coin itself, but the intense emotional and historical connection it holds. Coins are not mere metal. They are markers of eras, storytellers of economies, and symbols of sovereign identity. A rare 1997 1 penny is a piece of living history, embodying the reign of Queen Elizabeth II during a time when Britain was on the cusp of a new millennium. This period carries a special weight for collectors who seek tangible links to a queen whose reign spanned generations and witnessed monumental global changes. The world of high-stakes numismatics is not for the faint-hearted. When a coin like this surfaces, it enters a frenzied marketplace where wealthy collectors, historical institutions, and auction houses battle for ownership. Prices can soar not because of the metal's intrinsic value. After all, a penny's base material is worth next to nothing, but because of the rarity, the provenance, and the narrative that comes with it. The right buyer, captivated by the uniqueness of your coin, may well see it as priceless, making million-dollar offers that leave the average person's mind spinning. It is this dream, this thrilling possibility, that gives the 1997 Elizabeth II 1 penny its almost mythical aura. People guard them, research them, and sometimes even travel across continents to authenticate them. Every known specimen is a jewel in the crown of its owner, and many of these rare examples are locked away in private collections, unseen by the public, adding to the mystique and driving demand even higher. Yet the allure of such a coin goes beyond money. Owning one is like holding a secret piece of Britain's monetary legacy, a small, physical key to a story that only a few will ever fully understand. It's a reminder that fortune can hide in the simplest places, waiting for the right eyes to recognize it. In this way, the 1997 penny transforms from a modest coin into a talisman of possibility, whispering that wealth, history, and luck can converge in the palm of your hand. For those who stumble upon one of these rarities, the choice is both thrilling and daunting. Do you keep it as a priceless family heirloom, a symbol of the moment luck smiled upon you? Or do you step into the auction arena, letting the world's most passionate collectors drive its price into the stratosphere? Either way, the discovery marks the beginning of a new chapter, one where your fate is forever intertwined with a small, copper-toned circle of history. And so, The legend of the 1997 Elizabeth II UK 1 penny lives on, an unassuming coin with the power to transform ordinary lives into extraordinary tales. Somewhere out there, in a dusty coin jar or a forgotten pocket, another might be waiting to be found. Its owner may not yet realize that in their hands lies a ticket to unimaginable wealth, a bridge between the everyday and the extraordinary, a fortune disguised as a penny. If you like, I can also craft this in a more dramatic auction-style script, so it sounds like a high-stakes bidding war scene. That would make the narrative even more gripping. In the vast ocean of British coinage, the Elizabeth II 1 penny of 1999 stands as a shimmering beacon of mystery and allure, a coin so seemingly ordinary that it can slip through your fingers in a casual transaction, yet it hides a secret that could turn an unsuspecting owner into an overnight billionaire. This is not just a penny, it's a silent treasure, a sleeping giant of wealth whose true power is known only to the sharp-eyed and the fortunate. Most would see its coppery glow and think nothing of it, but in certain rare instances, this coin holds the kind of value that bends reality and rewrites the story of its owner's life. To understand why the 1999 1 penny carries such unimaginable wealth in the right form, you must picture the magic of numismatic rarity. The year 1999 was unremarkable for most pennies, but within that year's production lurk a handful of coins with mistakes so rare, so unusual, that collectors across the globe would battle fiercely to own them. Imagine a minting error, perhaps a misaligned die, a wrong metal planchet, or a unique strike that was never meant to leave the royal mint. These are the one-in-a-billion anomalies that transform a humble penny into a priceless artifact, sparking bidding wars where the price rockets into millions of dollars. What makes such a coin valuable is not simply age, but the perfect storm of scarcity, condition, and intrigue. In the numismatic world, rarity is king, and condition is its queen. If a 1999 penny exists in flawless, mint-state condition, untouched by time or human hands, its copper sheen still as brilliant as the day it was struck. It commands not just attention but reverence. And if that perfection is coupled with an error, a design quirk, an unusual strike, then its value is not merely high, it is astronomical. Wealth of this nature doesn't grow gradually, it erupts, overnight, into life-changing sums. Consider the psychology of collectors, those passionate souls who will empty vaults, auction houses, and savings accounts to obtain a piece of history they deem irreplaceable. For them, a 1999 Elizabeth II 1 penny with a rare trait is not just currency, it's a talisman, a link to the past, a piece of art sculpted by chance. Their desire fuels a market where the bidding knows no limit, and the humble coin that once jingled in someone's pocket now sits under bright auction lights, climbing from thousands to hundreds of thousands to millions before the gavel falls. The truth is, coins like this are not sold, they are fought over. Once word spreads that such a coin exists, it becomes the center of a storm, with collectors from London to Los Angeles, from Dubai to Tokyo, eager to lay claim to it. Each knows that once acquired, the coin will never lose value. It will only grow more precious as time passes, a financial time capsule that secures its owner's fortune. This is why parting with it for anything less than its worth would be an act of folly so great it would echo in regret for a lifetime. Now imagine the transformation. One day, you are an ordinary individual. The next, you are a name whispered in numismatic circles worldwide. Overnight, your life shifts, luxury, security, and the kind of financial freedom most people only dream about. The source of this transformation? A single penny that others overlooked, a coin that perhaps had lain forgotten in a drawer or jar of loose change until its true identity was revealed. This is the raw power of a 1999 rare penny. It does not just bring wealth, it delivers a new destiny. It's easy to underestimate such a coin because of its size and face value, but therein lies its magic. It is proof that greatness often hides in the smallest of forms, that monumental value can rest in the palm of your hand without you even realizing it. And when the right buyer, the right auction, and the right moment align, that tiny disc of copper becomes the golden key to a fortune so vast, it could change generations of your family's story. In the eyes of the Royal Mint, a penny is just a penny. But in the eyes of the collector who sees the rare 1999 Elizabeth II penny for what it truly is, it is a masterpiece, a combination of history, chance, and perfection that cannot be replicated. The passage of time only magnifies its importance, and as the years roll on, those rare survivors become ever scarcer, their worth soaring beyond imagination. So if you hold a 1999 one penny that seems different, unusual, or flawlessly preserved, guard it as you would the crown jewels themselves. For in that coin may lie the power to rewrite your life story in the most extraordinary way, lifting you from the ordinary and setting you among the rare few whose fortunes were made not by lottery or inheritance, but by the quiet, unassuming magic of a single penny.